Check one, two. What's up, guys? I hope you can hear me. Yeah, sorry about the upload time. I decided I want to do it a bit later today because I realized 11 a.m. was a bit early for most people. So I realized, you know what, I'm going to do it a bit later. So if you're watching this in replay, make sure you can watch that in times 2 speed if you want, 1.5 speed. Yeah, so today's video is very simple. Sometimes you need a bit of a kick in the ass, you know? Sometimes you want to achieve some things in your life, you want to take action in your life. It's like how many, okay, let me just be honest with you. Like how many videos have you watched on personal development, let's say in the last few days, right? In the past week. How many? Like if you can count them. If you like this channel, you probably watched like other people. Like maybe you watched Gary Vaynerchuk, you watched Anthony Robbins, maybe you watched actualize.org, maybe you watch, I don't know who you watch. Maybe you watch RSD, maybe you like the pickup stuff, maybe you watch all of that. And now, compared to that, how many times you actually took action in your life to grow yourself, right? How many times have you actually, taken what you've seen from a video and actually apply it and take action in your life, right? When was the last time you did that? And yeah, by the way, parenthesis, don't be shy. Any of you want to post a comment, post a message, you can ask me anything in the comments, and I'll reply to whatever you have to say as soon as possible. But yeah. But back to the topic, like how many times, how many videos have you watched? Okay? And to the ratio of the videos you've watched, how many times have you actually taken action and done something with your life? How many times have you actually decided to bite the bullets, put on your running shoes and go run? Start that business, right? Start that website, start that YouTube channel, right? I see like so many people in my everyday life. I tell them that I do a YouTube channel, okay? And they're like, "Oh, cool! I always want to do a YouTube channel." I'm like, "Okay, so well, what's stopping you?" I ask them, and they it's always the same dumbass excuse. Like 9 people out of 10 who tell me they want to do a YouTube channel never start it. 9 people out of 10 who say, "Oh, I'm gonna start a business," they never started either. And when are you gonna start? Right? So, if you're watching this, I'm guessing you're probably between the 18 years old to 25-year-old range. Some of you are even younger. Okay, some of you are still in high school, just began college, for example. And when you're young, okay, let's say when you're under 20 years old, let's say, life is just very slow for you. Okay, you go to school and you're just wishing, man, I just want that to be over. Right? Anytime you go to school, like, fuck, I can't wait until I'm 15. If you're like 12, I don't know. I can't wait until I'm 16 so I can get my first job. And then your way all the way to 16 is super slow and you dread it and you hate it. And when you get to 16, you're like, man, I can't wait until I'm 18, man, when I can be an adult and do what I want. And then you get to 18, you're like, man, I can't wait until I'm 21 so then I can go clubbing in the United States or whatever you want to do, your aspirations. And it's just like this cycle. You want things to go faster. You want to you can't embrace the present moment. And it's like this goes on and on and on and on, and you think you're gonna live forever. It's like, well, what are you doing? No, it's like live now. Whatever you want to do now, just do it. Don't wait until uh, yeah. Don't wait to be ready to take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It's never gonna come. Okay. And how many motivational videos have you watched, right? If you clicked on that video, maybe you just really like my content, okay? But like maybe you need a genuine kick in the ass. Like when are you gonna take action? Right? Like right now, like today, write down if you have a pen and paper, if you're in front of your computer right now, if you're like, okay, write down right now, like by the end of the day, what do I want to achieve today? What's the first thing I can do today? They'll move me closer to my goals. What's that one thing you can do? Like, what's that one thing? Not even 10 things, okay? Some people, they can't take action because they keep telling themselves, oh shit, but I want to start that business. Then when I start that business, I got to do this, and that, and start all that email, whatever, like, I could do all this email marketing, and then I'm gonna call my clients, and then I gotta do no, dude. Just the first thing. What's the first thing? Because it's so simple. And yeah, don't get too bogged down in the details for now. And that's really it. And your life is short, man. Like your life is incredibly short. Whatever how short you think your life is, it's probably shorter times 10 that amount. Okay, so then maybe when you're 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, your life is relatively slow because you go to school and every day is like kind of a grind that you don't really like, okay? And you're just thinking of how you can get out of that. And then as you become older, okay, you turn, let's say 25, 30, 35, 40, then time just goes faster and faster and faster. It's like sort of this, it's like this vacuum effect. You ever like stand on the edge of a cliff, let's say of a building or a mountain, or whatever, and the closer you stand to that edge, the more it seems to draw you into like, holy shit, I could fall at any second right now, right? Like when you see that cliff. And this is something, this kind of happens with life. Like the closer you get to your death, the closer you get to like age 100, for example, or however long you're gonna live, the more it seems to draw you into that. It's like, holy shit. The older you get, the more closer to your death that you get, the more accelerated, the faster your life will go. And it's just like, holy shit. But maybe right now you're watching this, you're 20 something. You're not even, maybe you're 15. And you're telling yourself, I got my life to live. That's okay, man. Like I'm at school for another 5 years. That's okay. But wait, just wait. Like just wait until you reach like 25, 30, 35, 40, and it's just gonna start accelerating so fast and so fast. And man, you think you got forever to live, man? No, you don't. You don't. Your life is just gonna flash by like that. And the worst part is most people, they spend their entire life they're not even living in accordance to what they want. They don't even know what they want. So then they just like a leaf blowing in the wind. Other people kind of just take advantage of them. Your boss, right, will tell you what to do, and you just realize his dream instead of realizing your own dream. So then, and then your entire life you live in accordance to what someone else wants, in accordance to what your parents expect of you, in accordance to what society expects of you. Your entire life, and like that's not necessarily you, but maybe you're doing it to like 10%, okay, or 50%, and you make that compromise. Like, you know what? Okay, yeah, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go to school, and I'll just do my passion on the side or whatever. And you do that compromise. And it's like one of the worst things that my dad ever told me is that life is a compromise. And I think it's the worst advice I ever had, because you can't compromise on your dreams. You can't compromise on your life. Life is so short. You don't like. There's no time to compromise. Like, what's that one thing you want to do? Like, what's really that one thing you want to do? You're the best dude. Thanks, Sleep Son of Nat. Jim asks, why is your product so expensive? Well, if it's too expensive, then it's not for you. I'm sorry. You don't have your entire life to get better at things. You don't have your entire life to get better with women. You don't have your entire life to find that special someone someday in your life. You don't have your entire life to live your dreams. You don't have your entire life to build that business. Just build it now. Whatever you want to achieve right now. And realize that life is short, that whatever the world will throw at you, okay? Like anytime you live in accordance to your life purpose. By the way, there's a free book about life purpose you can get if you want more information. Anytime you live in accordance to your life purpose, there's always going to be external forces every single day. If not every single day, at least like once in a while, okay? You'll see influences from the environment that will tell you, that will motivate you to go back to your comfort zone, to go back to what your life was before. It'll push you back into your comfort zone, to who and you can't let it happen. You can't let it happen. But it's one of the most difficult things about living in accordance to who you truly are is that when you live in accordance to who you truly are, what will happen is that there will always be external influences that will push you back into conforming, into belonging to a certain group. Because when you live in accordance to who you are, you will. There's upsides to that. There are tremendous upsides, way more upsides than downsides. But one of the downsides is that it might feel temporarily a bit more lonely because you'll be the only one on that path. You'll be the only person who's doing it. You'll be the only person who's really trying to make a difference in the. All your friends were conforming to the education system, to the work-life balance, the 9 to 5. They'll just think you're crazy, right? Like me right now, I work at a bank as a part-time job because I can't sustain myself with the channel at the moment. And what happens is that at work, I have great banter with them. I have a lot of fun with them. But because I'm on my path and purpose, and I talk about my passions. Some of them relate, but I'd say like 8% of them, like they can't relate to what I do. I talk about personal development. I'd say like 80 to 90% of people on planet Earth don't relate to personal development. But on the opposite spectrum, 80 to 90% of people you talk about will relate to Netflix, will relate to the internet, to video games and all those things. So yeah, there is a downside to following your life purpose, but the upsides are so tremendous. What you get out of that is you get unstoppable motivation. Okay, the title of this video, by the way, which is about motivation. You get really clear purpose for your life. You know where you're headed. There's no sort of confusion. And yeah, at times it gets very difficult. All right, it gets super difficult. You get obstacles, you get ups and downs, and people who just you get haters, so many haters. You get people who love what you do. You get like a bunch of things, and it can get very emotionally difficult at times. It can get very challenging, but trust me, it's the type of challenge that you want. It's that type of challenge that really keeps you going in the morning. You wake up, you're like, holy shit, this is what I'm doing. This is my life right now, right? So let me just read some of your comments. I see you guys are commenting. How many girls did you fuck? Da, 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 da. And I agree with that statement. Many clueless guys calling themselves dating coaches these days. So how much your count? You can sign up to my email list and you'll see that. Okay, how about relatives? How do I just leave them to achieve my goals somewhere far, far away? Am I being an asshole doing that? Sorry, I choked out. Sorry, I'm having a bit of troubles technically. So for your relatives, you don't need to cut them out. Yeah, I keep having troubles with the live here. So how do I just leave them to achieve my goals somewhere far, far away? Am I being an asshole doing that? No, you're not. If you wanted to be, let's say, a Hollywood film director, you'd have to move to Hollywood to pursue your dreams. And yeah, that might mean that you might not see your family as much as before. You're an asshole for that? Absolutely not. The way I see it is they would be assholes for that. They would be assholes for not letting you achieve your dreams, right? Not letting you do what you want with your life. And sometimes you gotta do sacrifices like that. It might get difficult at times because people in your entourage, your friends, might not support you right now. And when I began on that journey of starting that YouTube channel, getting myself immersed in the pickup stuff, getting myself immersed in the personal development stuff, a lot of my high school friends, I couldn't relate to anymore. And one of the stories of my childhood that still scars me a little bit to this day is my childhood best friend. My childhood best friend, we used to be super close. And what happened is that he just disappeared all of a sudden. He stopped contacting me. We stopped talking really. And the reason is because I was doing things that wasn't relating to him. He couldn't really relate The reason why we were friends is because we played a lot of video games together and all that stuff. And then I no longer played video games, and then he couldn't relate anymore. And for that reason, yeah. So when you go on this path, you will at the beginning you lose certain friends. Like I think this is really inevitable. You will lose certain friends. That's like guaranteed. But you will make better friends. You will make better friends that will really empower you, encourage you, motivate you. And now I can proudly say that in my circle of 5 to 10 friends right now, my best friends, they're all very supportive of my goals. They're all motivating me to take action. They're all supporting me. And I'm very proud to say that, because it's very rare, I think, nowadays, that if you go on a quest that's like super out there on your life purpose, finding people that truly support you, it's a little hard, you know. You get a lot of haters, so you got to be willing to handle the haters, as I'm sure some of you get. And by the way, if you're not getting any haters at all, then I think you're doing something wrong. There should be some sort of hating. There should be some sort of people in your way who will make it a bit difficult. And guess what? This is the opportunity to prove yourself. This is the opportunity to get better. This is the opportunity to really make a difference in your life. Is self-harming bad? If you mean physically, then yeah, of course it's bad. But it doesn't mean you should shame yourself for it, or like like point your finger at yourself, like, oh, I shouldn't. But yeah, it's something that a lot of people, they harm themselves in many ways. It doesn't have to be psychologically, or it doesn't have to be physically. I mean, it could be psychologically. Some people, they're just addicted to harming themselves in certain, like I made a video a while ago called feeling like the world is against you, how to stop being a victim. And in that video I talk about being a victim, how a lot of people, they love being a victim because it gives them an out, it gives them an excuse to not take action. Gives them an excuse to stay in their comfort zone. Gives them an excuse not to live their life fully. Because, hey, they can just blame it on the world. They can just blame it on someone else. And this sort of, it's sort of, you're sort of handicapping yourself, harming yourself, you could call it. And it's in a way that makes you feel better. So some people, they do physical harm because it's sort of a distraction from the psychological pain. And for them, the physical pain of a blade on themselves is less painful than the psychological harm of like self-hate and everything like that. So then they do it, and it's sort of like a temporary relief. It's very, it's like sort of this controversial, paradoxical effect, right? It's like what do you do when you have problems? What do you do with them? Do you solve them? Do you confront them head on? You're saying that goes, if you have problems that bother you right now, get bigger problems to get more important problems. If you have petty problems right now, get bigger problems, get broader problems, right? For example, think of 2 problems. The problem is, my partner forgot to do the dishes, and then you lash out at them or whatever. There's some stupid shit like that, okay? Let's say your wife forgot to do the dishes, okay? Or another problem could be, fuck, man, I was supposed to hit 6 figures. By the end of this year, I only reached 5 figures. It's like, which one's the bigger problem? Which one's like the better problem? Okay? This is just in terms of business. It doesn't have to be business. It could be anything. Just get bigger, more important problems. And when you find your life purpose, for example, then you can find bigger problems that are more important to you, that are more significant to you, that really make a difference in your life. So yeah. So if you have any last few questions, I see some of you guys are still here. Thanks for sharing. Well, thanks for asking, hardcore. If you have any questions, just let them know below, and or else I'll have to go soon. I just gotta pack some stuff and get myself ready. The clock is ticking. Don't be shy. Okay, so I want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for asking your questions. If you have any more questions, you can put them in the section below, comment section. I'll reply to them. Um, if you're interested in learning more about life purpose, finding lasting motivation, check out the free ebook in the description below. So you just put in your email, your first name, and it's sent to you right away. And if you've seen any of my festival videos of me picking up women, picking up girls, and you want to learn that, there's also a free training that it says free PUA training. You can sign up down there. And yeah, so don't forget to click on the bell so you receive my live streams. You don't miss the live streams. And yeah, they're going to be every Sunday from now on. And videos every Wednesday, Friday, Friday, Saturday. So anyways, talk to you guys soon. Peace.